People's Bank in China, the central bank. Another bank is a commercial bank.
Talking about the banks and shit. Love it.
This is the park.
That's the thing is he was used to giving tours to like rich Chinese people who all they cared about is money and like
or like
resources,
foreign,
you know.
I don't know, but like.
It's a new building.
Because you notice everything.
Oh, I remember this.
Everything he talks about is that shit.
Like a really clean cut little strip of gardens and shit, like a park thing.
You should all make a film here. You should.
Yeah.
The base for making film.
Masons right there for sure. Little cranes in the background, just building shit like
Non-stop.
so expansive.
I like all the trucks. You got the horse carts, you got the carts with motorcycles, you got the old school trucks.
And then you got like bamboo going up 70 stories.
Yeah.
It's great.
Non-stop.
But it just goes on and on, you know what I mean?
And then you got these beautiful structures in the middle of government financed.
Yeah, like some corporate stuff. It's great. So where do you think we're going now?
Definitely Beijing, Shanghai.
This
Maybe
is
going back to
stadium.
Foshan on the train.
For sure.
Kaifeng.
Yeah.
Kaifeng. This means
We got Foshan on the train, and then throughout all Foshan.
Wow, that place is great. I think we're going back to any of the northern provinces. Dude, I want to see the Five-Fingered Mountains, dude.
Taking more warm clothes.
I know.
Going up there again.
Swear. Like, I mean, I've like nothing but Sherpa lining.
Sure.
That's the best, dude. Sherpa lining.
What's the Five-Fingered Mountain? Is that the one we went to, the Lotus Mountain?
Remember the Five-Fingered Mountain?
Yeah. Lotus Mountain.
Yeah, it's in a Snapple commercial, dude.
No way.
Yeah, dude. Check out the baby tea leaf Snapple commercial where the cracker walks up the little path to ask the old Buddhist guy who isn't even really supposed to be here. Hey, why is Snapple tea leaves the way they're like, you know, why is it so great? And then he explains it and shit. Same path you walked up, dude. You can even see the locks on the gate.
Same shit.
Yeah. Bamboo. It's great. No OSHA over there for sure. I mean, bamboo probably works out if you got a guy who just does bamboo and makes sure everything's done right. I'm sure bamboo is strong enough, but like
totally strong enough, but it's flexible as well.
Well, no, strong and flexible, but like, you know, one rotted piece in the wrong place can also
It's all green. It's gotta be all green.
Can cause a cluster.
They've been doing that shit for 1,000 years.
I know, but they've also like lost a lot of people.
Yeah, but there's no suing them. You know?
Oh no,
It's just you're working for them, knowing that there's a
you
problem.
know one thing I really wish? I
dealing
wish
with
we
it,
went
you
into that bazaar in the middle of nowhere when we stopped.
Dude, that was my favorite fucking thing to look at. And
And
we were
we
there
missed
for
it.
what? 15 minutes.
We didn't even go in, dude.
I know.
But no, it's cool though. We saw a bunch of other stuff. I mean, like.
But you remember, it's like a small village. But
No,
there's
it
like
was
20,000
it was like a
people
farmer's
there.
market where all of the different provinces are, well, not provinces, but
Just
all,
the farmers
all
in the
all
area.
the farmers in the
Just
outlands
the farmers
that
in
like
the area.
came to that.
And there's like 20,000 people, and it's a small village.
No, it wasn't 20,000.
Dude, it was totally 20,000 people in there. That shit.
All right, fine. It was
Look at this guy dead on the motorcycle.
I know. There's like, we probably saw about 12 dead people when we were out there, dude.
I'm like, see, we gotta stop. This is YouTube material.
I know, dude. But like,
No, that shit went back there for like half a mile, man. And that
Yeah.
place was packed.
I know. All right, fine. It was about 20. It was about 20.
About 10,000, 20,000 people.
All right, yeah. I mean, 20,000 people would be pushing it. I over 13,000. There's no way there was under 13,000 people there.
Okay, sorry. But between 13 and 20,000.
Between 13 and 20, dude. My memory's foggy from all the ridiculousness.
Memory's foggy from all the fucking alcohol and energy drinks.
Yeah, well, dude, those energy drinks, dude, like, you know, you go to bed at 3, wake up at 6, dude. You need them. But,
That's why I was sleeping nonstop, just trying to get my batteries recharged.
I know.
Camera and body, you know?
By the way, you know the medicine shops, the Chinese medicine shops in Chinatown?
With the dog dick juice?
No, but like you know the smelly medicine shop in Chinatown?
Uh-huh.
Like, you know Fernet Branca? It's like this weird drink, Fernet Branca. It smells exactly like a medicine shop. My girlfriend loves it. I don't know why. But I drink it because she likes it, so.
Well, Fernet's good though, man.
Fernet Branca?
Yeah.
It smells like a medicine shop. Dude.
That's a bartender's drink.
I know, but like it's
know?
like also for digestion and everything
really
like that.
dick wide.
Yeah.
I swear I'm gonna have to put a black bar across his face every fucking shot he's in. Look at that,
It's ridiculous. All those freaking.
What is it? That's ginger root.
Is it ginger?
Yeah, that's a truck full of ginger root.
Yeah. Pretty big.
Yeah.
Found a new fruit, by the way.
What's that?
It's
Lychee or what?
Palma or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like the biggest citrus fruit ever. It's like that big and like 7 pounds.
Yeah, but the skin is like 2 inches thick, right?
I know, like the fruit comes out like a full grapefruit is the size, like a full grapefruit. The skin is the size of the fruit inside, but it's sweeter and it tastes better.
Those are the primal versions, you know, after they've been.
I know, grapefruit.
That's the great grandfather.
I don't know. It starts with a P.
I know which one you're talking about. It's green on the outside.
Well, it gets yellowish, but
Okay.
yeah. I just loved it because it's like, you know, corporation stuff just come out with only a few fruits, and there's so much shit out there. I was just happy to eat something different.
Well, man, that's why we're dealing with all this shit in, you know, especially like in Mexico.
Monsanto. I hate
they,
motherfuckers.
They've got those killer suicide crops that go and kill all the indigenous
plants. They also make their crops sterile too.
Yeah, so you got to buy the seed every year. They estimate that they've already lost probably upwards of 3,000 indigenous species of corn.
Well, no, you know. I mean, like, that's the one thing.
Just corn alone.
There's like one species that does like 15 miles around a certain area, and now we only have 4 types of
or just one hillside.
Yeah, or like 4 types of potatoes. You know what I mean?
I mean, farmers would have their own type of wheat, their own type of corn.
Yeah.
And then this shit comes
It'd be like
there,
Farmer
kills them all.
Wheat.
They lose all their seed. Yeah. And they've been adapting that seed for 100 years.
Well, I mean, it's not just adapting; it's just like the differentiation. You know what I mean? Like,
you need all that stuff.
There's probably so many different plants that aren't necessarily. You don't get as much meat out of them. You have to work harder to get them. But there's so many plants
that have different enzymes that other plants don't have.
Well, I mean, not even enzymes.
Different
just
flavors.
Just being able to have something different than just like apple, orange, pear,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally. Well, where would we be without fucking tangerines?
Yeah.
That's the Yellow River. I mean, fuck, man, it took us like 2 hours to get there, and then I get there, I'm like, oh, big thrill. Low tide.
Yeah.
You know? We didn't time that very well.
It's cool, though.
It's good. I mean, it was good.
And we got those little...
See if we got to ride the camels.
Remember the thing?
Oh, yeah, I still got those.
Yeah.
Things are made out of metal wire. And like,
I know, and I feel bad. I wish I'd paid him more for them.
Yeah.
Because it was like literally like freaking. I bought like 10 of them for like 12 cents, dude. And I felt so horrible about it. But
it's cutthroat out there, bro.
Yeah. He was a chiller though. I was happy to have this one.
Chiller and a thriller.
Yeah.
I'm the gorilla from Manila.
That's one thing. Like I'm gonna give when I want to give, but I'm gonna barter when people are trying to cheat me, but I'm gonna give when like it feels right. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll part with the extra $1.50. Fine, you know.
Because they're not trying to fucking hassle you and you know. Remember I bought those. What are those fruits? You remember I bought those big cases of them, and they have them here. They're kind of like sweet. They're called Chinese candy or something like that.
Well, they weren't like persimmons.
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 So I bought the fucking case of them, and I bought it from 2 different people. And one of the fucking ladies had that shit stuffed with newspaper underneath. So you go down 2 layers, and then the next fucking 3 layers are newspaper.
Right.
It totally scammed me. And the other lady gave me this huge.
I know, but you end up losing like $4.
No. I still made money on it because it was so cheap.
No, but it's the principle
exactly,
of it, really.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that it's like
I'll give you the money, just don't like try and rip me off.
Don't try to jack me for the shit. The other lady gave me a box like twice the size, full of like even better stuff for cheaper.
Yeah.
Even cheaper. You know. I mean, everybody's Everybody's a
I
hustler.
mean, I don't mind the money. I just don't want it to be like a situation
This is the
where I
guy.
feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the homie, dude, right there. And we're giving him like 3 yuan and just bullshit fucking ass white money for it. I feel so
It's like
bad about
50
it, dude.
cents. You gave him like what, less than 50 cents?
No, I probably gave him about I gave him like 7 yuan.
Well, this time it was what, 8 yuan to the dollar, right?
No, it was
8.6.
8.6 yuan to the dollar.
So if we're giving him 2, that's like.
I gave him about $1, dude,
That's
and he was showing us all
under
the cool
50
shit to
cents.
do with it, and just.
Yeah. He totally mastered that shit.
Ping, you know, just like
Bingo.
just such a cool guy, though.
Bingo. Bingo.
See, like guys like that. Like I didn't like how they were trying to push him down to like 5 yuan instead of 7 yuan. You know what I mean?
I think most of these people are fucking hurting for cash at this point.
Well, no, it's just like out here, don't barter so much. Like
'Cause he's
when
not
you're
getting-
in the city,
He's not gonna be getting any customers.
yeah, yeah. Or when you're at the jewelry store, barter your ass off because they're already tripling the prices.
Yeah.
They probably switch the tags on all this stuff for Americans anyway.
Tell it is an American price.
You know, I know, but like guys like this, you know, just fucking give them the $2. You know what I mean? He probably spent like freaking an hour on, or not an hour, but like probably like, you know, 20, 30 minutes. on
Either
each
way,
one.
though, man, you still gotta fucking. You gotta. If you're not planning, he's not feeling like he's doing something. If he gets
Well,
it
yeah.
too easy, he's not having a good time.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
not gonna get much
it's all
business.
a dance, dude. You know.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you said, you gotta feel it out. There's no one way. The way of many ways.
Man. Are those generic or is there a special?
This is Spider Cobra.
Spider Cobra?
This is my newest one.
For sure. I don't know. I
That's
like
been, that's been my favorite knife since I was like 14, 15, something like that.
Yeah, that style.
This is the same, similar style. This is a generic one.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Kershaw.
That shit's razor sharp, dude.
Yeah, I like Kershaw's.
Shit cuts through hairs.
Oh, it does. So happy you have a steady hand. I would hate to come back with an eye patch and no nose and have to bury you. That'd be horrible.
I'm already taking out your eye. I might just have to kill you off the bat.
It'd be a battle.
Dallas, I
There
really don't
would
want to
be
kill
epic.
you.
There would be lightning.
really don't
There
want-
would be lightning.
I really don't want to kill you.
Yeah.
But can you forgive me for the eye?
I don't know. See, that's the thing, though. It's like there's a point where you just can't say sorry. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like. No, man. I think I'm thinking.
Be hated to lose an eye, dude.
Oh, dude, that's the one thing. Like, if I lost a tooth or lost an eye, that person's gone.
Tooth?
Dude. No, I mean like anything that has to do with my teeth or my eyes.
Really?
I have problems with.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Everything
if it's
else,
somebody you don't
like I got scars on my face and everything.
Yeah.
But it's not. I've been in
It's
fights.
just
and shit,
function that you're worried about.
But yeah, functionally, like if
But if
I
a friend is knocking out your teeth and stabbing you in the eye, they're doing something wrong, dude. Like
Yeah.
fucking young
Or you're
Lawrence. Young Lawrence was telling me like he was fighting with some dude and like a friend of his, they're just sparring, they're both drunk and he elbowed him, fucking took out all his front teeth.
yeah.
Like, dude, you were fucking up if you were fucking up your friend like that. You know what I mean? That's
I mean,
just
like,
not
yeah,
cool.
well, there's no way you can, like, it's like a back tooth. Maybe you'll buy him beer at the next.
Well, shit, man, you better do more than that. Take care of the bill or whatever.
or
but
something, you know.
but
But
front
like,
teeth, it's like,
well, that's the thing. It's just like these. Like, these are like, yeah, they're important and shit, but these and these are fucking necessary to my existence, dude.
You could get
Well,
by
so
without
I mean,
them.
like you can get by without them, but
It's
not gonna be fun.
If I ever lose my teeth, you know, I'm just gonna go straight like steel, fucking implanted into the bone and shit. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I
like,
just look like
the thing that pisses me off about dentistry is that you can, like, they've already got like a toothpaste that will freaking, you know, brush twice a day, and you really don't need to go to the dentist anymore.
Where's that?
It's
Where
in
do
a
you get that
freaking
shit?
safe somewhere, dude. Like, the reason why they're not doing it is because, think of all the dentists that'll put out of work, dude.
Dude, we should be putting them out of work. Use those brains for
I
something
know,
else.
and just keep it with orthodontists and shit like that. Braces, fine. You know what I mean? There's no toothpaste for that, but like, you know,
Those people, you know, who are doing that, they either need to be going to South America, distributing that toothpaste, taking care of the problems that are going on, or we need to be applying them to engineering, solving the problem of fusion, building spacecraft that can go long distances, anti-gravity, all this different shit. They have the
like
same
that, and
minds,
that's
you know?
and there's a lot of stuff that can be done there, but even more basic stuff like, you know, nutritional facts and vitamins and minerals. The whole reason that came about, and the whole like non-food foods that we eat, is because way back in the day, all the lobbyists said, "Oh no, you can't say pork is bad, or you can't say this is bad, or you can't say that is bad, or you can't say
They're
like."
and
they say
senators for that shit.
nutrients.
They're paying off senators,
They're
you know?
paying off politicians, but like nutrients and like, oh, don't eat things with trans fats, and now pork is grouped in with foods like salmon in the meat thing. You know,
That's fucked up, dude.
like 3 servings of salmon as opposed to
You know, a lot of the
you know
products
what I mean?
that are in our daily use products in America are totally outlawed in Europe already. Sodium lauryl sulfate is one of them. All the sodium laurylates.
Oh, just food in general. I mean, like the whole
Yeah, but
the
you-
whole
you
base
hear
the
what-
whole
you hear
basis
what I'm
of it
saying?
is
It's
just
they-
wrong. You know what I mean?
But you hear what I'm saying? Like in those countries, especially Japan, Europe, places like that, even some places in Russia, like they care about what the people are fucking gonna eat. They care about how healthy they're gonna be, because they realize in the short term, yeah, maybe they're losing some money. In the long term, they're gonna have a stronger society.
Well, I mean, China doesn't give a fuck. Like China, you know, melanin from China. Freaking, they put that in baby food. Melanin is basically has the same chemical makeup as linoleum. All right, and they put it in their food as a food filler, but because when it comes up on the test they use in China, it comes up as a protein on the test. And like, you know, 10,000 babies died, and like, you know, 50,000 or something babies have like horrible blockage in their stuff, and like all it, it's probably in ramen, dude. I mean,
dude, that's why you shouldn't even be eating processed food at all.
well, I mean, it's basically like you know, Michael Pollan. I'll give you some of his stuff.
Michael Pollan.
He did like Omnivore's Dilemma in Defense of Food and other stuff like that.
Okay.
And just like, it's so great. I mean, you know, I know you're reading Sun Tzu's right now, but like I'll even give you the audiobooks for it.
Yeah, I'm reading hella books. I like the audiobooks. That'd be cool.
Yeah, because
Put that shit on the iPod.
oh yeah, like when you're going places you can't really read, but you know, it's
I listen to the iPod and read at the same time, man.
yeah, dude. Well, I don't know. I mean, oh, this is so great. I remember this. This was fun.
I was just having such a good time, dude.
Fucking camel, dude. Jesus Christ. Oh man.
Hear me laugh like a monkey the whole 105 hours of footage, man.
It's just awesome.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, dude, he just talks about like a lot of basics that are totally screwed up. Like there's a lot of health concerns. Like, I mean, I'm not saying smoking. I'm like, you know, oh, pollution, this, all this stuff, but basic stuff like nutrition and health. Like, you know, I eat food, not too much, mostly plants. You know, can't get more simpler than that. I'm just quoting him right now and stuff like that, but still.
You need meat though, bro.
Well, no, I eat food, not too much, mostly plants. It doesn't. I mean, that's
Fruit, vegetables.
yeah, plants,
Rice,
fruit, vegetables, grains, and stuff like that, and then mostly plants. The other little bits of meat, you know, not necessarily pork or fucking rat.
Dude, I don't
but
even like pork.
it's
You know,
like fucking leather.
I like it.
But
Tastes
well,
good.
in schnitzel
I think you
or when
should-
it's prepared right.
I
But
think
like,
you should eat it once in a while, but make sure that it's cooked so the fat is not in there and all the chemicals, like the daily chemicals that
Yeah,
pig is
but just,
consuming
you
is
know.
out, you know?
Well,
Like,
I just think like
drip
something where you
fucking
can just
cook over the
freaking
fire.
cook it over the fire.
That's
Things
what
that
I'm
you can
saying.
cook over the fire that taste good, like
It should
salmon.
be
you
like
know?
grilled, but yeah, I'll eat salmon 100 times before I eat pork once.
or chicken or something.
Yeah,
you know?
chicken's cool.
Chicken's
you know?
great.
Chicken's
Dude.
cool.
Dude, poultry kicks ass.
Salmon though, man, like my mouth waters for that shit. Just
yeah.
just thinking about it right
all
now.
All sorts
man.
of fish, dude. I swear.
I see a picture of salmon in my mind, and my mouth is already watering. You know.
Lemon, like white wine. Oh, dude.
Remember we eating dog every day in China?
I know, dude.
That shit was
We eat
fucking
the
me
most
up.
fucked up shit. Sometimes I look at Steve, it's like, can't we have like some Kobe or like what happened to the? It's like, all right, China. It's like, all right, you pay extra to eat the most ridiculous shit that you find in your fucking garden.
Dude, we had blue. We were eating blue heron.
I know, dude.
Bamboo rat.
You remember when we were at the place? I think it's just like, oh, that's blue herring, and then when we left, it was like armadillo, and then when we left, like the cage of the blue herring was like empty. I mean, I don't know. I was pretty drunk that night. You remember?
Dude, we were totally doing
No,
shots.
no. We were doing shots of the stuff
Shots of
made
rice
out
wine.
of sadness and children's tears, dude.
That shit was hardcore.
Oh.
I think we could have like run engines off of that shit.
I swear, dude. But like,
Fill my motorcycle up with that
Big
shit.
Nick was talking about Dungeons and Dragons, and he was like, "All right, Dungeons and Dragons," trying to explain the base of it. It's like, I'm pretty drunk.
Dude, I wanted him to finish. I thought that was interesting.
I know,
shit.
but he just kind of realized.
He was
dude.
too worried about
He was-
not. He was too worried about not.
Wasn't
being
that the
cool
same
at
night that
point.
he went up on stage?
And with the stripper.
And he fucking flipped his ball sweat onto the ground, dude.
Dude, he totally doesn't want to give me the pictures from that night.
That was no.
Danny took some pictures off that shit.
Danny and Special Forces took. Some
Yeah, but
pictures.
Nick got some pictures too, where had somebody taking his camera, and he refuses to like get that shit developed. You know?
No, he's just. Well, it's just. I mean, it's not him in the best light. I guess he just wants to keep it in the role, dude.
I should have had my.
No,
camera.
dude,
I should've
honestly,
had my camera snuck in.
Big Nick's a chiller though. He keeps the party going, dude. For
Dude, he
sure.
is the party most of the time.
He's
Everybody else
cool.
is done, and he's like, "What? We're just gonna
Whatever,
go
dude.
on."
I was going once with him pretty. Almost. I was trying to keep up with him.
Hey, I'm not
for
saying
sure.
you ain't hardcore. I'm just saying, in the end,
Yeah.
Nick is gonna fucking drink you under the table.
Nick can drink me under the table, dude.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot of people I can say that about, but Nick can drink me under the table, dude. White horse.
Here comes Phil on the white horse. The white. It's not even a horse. It's like a nag.
I think it's a white donkey, dude.
Yeah.
Or a something, dude.
Or the camel's gonna bite her ass. She just wanted to
Taking
take
a
a
picture.
picture.
Taking a picture of the camel with a. You can see the lineup, can't you?
Yeah.
Dude, I want to go to India, but like, I'm a little bit hesitant. You know what I mean? Because I know I'd want to go. I want to do the Sifu India, where like I go to all the crazy parts.
Uh-huh. You might not
And
survive there,
well, it's
bro.
just like they're not necessarily gonna kidnap me, but
They might just kill you.
they might just fucking just fuck my shit
Just
up.
beat your shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
like.
some big ass Indians too.
Well, it's not even big ass. There's a fucking
Like
billion
crazy.
of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I mean, that's the
Well,
thing.
it's just like- it's
big
like-
ass
like-
ones,
like
and then
rock-
the ones that aren't big are traveling in like a pack of 50. you know?
Well, I know that's what I'm saying. It's just like right, like you're a good fighter and everything,
Yeah.
and you have your knives, but like you against 50 people, it.
Can you imagine me against 50 Rajas? You know, Raj.
Oh yeah, or like, not even Raj, but like Raj is
I
like.
mean, Raj just gets crazier. Like he's totally nice, but if he gets in a
How is
fight,
he?
he
How
just
is he?
gets crazier and crazier.
How is he?
You know what I mean? He doesn't go down. He just gets
Yeah.
crazier. He's doing good. He's in Iowa right now.
Yeah,
So
Iowa.
he's making cash.
that's good. Love it though.
Loving it.
We go back to so we're going Beijing, Hong Kong, Shanghai, Fushan.
We're going on the train, which is going to be a trip in itself.
That's
too.
gonna be that's like
really
that's
wild.
gonna be a fucking. We're gonna turn that into a party train.
Totally. We're going to
Oh.
take over the train.
Oh, it's gonna be.
There's going
it's
to be
gonna
like
be
100
great.
fucking China people smoking in the train and like.
It's gonna the
Oh,
smoking
jeez.
the smoking box of the car. What am I talking about? Every
The whole
car,
fucking
there'll
car
be
is
one
gonna be
car
smoking.
that's not smoking.
I think I need to take
Yeah.
a gas mask with me, dude.
Yeah, or something, dude. I wanted to make like a mouth guard that basically didn't come up in the front, but like basically stuck onto your back. Like, you know those invisible mouth things? It only stuck onto your back and kind of had something there that you could play with your tongue that kind of filtered out a lot of shit. I mean, it seems like it'd be awkward.
Batman fucking underwater.
Well, basically a filter, but inside your mouth, kind of. So it didn't look hella awkward and weird. I mean, it doesn't look awkward and weird in China, but, you know, you'd catch hella shit from all the people in the academy, you know what I mean?
Why? I'm gonna wear that shit. I'm gonna get a painting mask to take on the train.
Yeah.
A plastic bag on my head with air holes.
I'm a ghost. I'm getting lightheaded. What's going on? Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
So much ridiculous stuff, dude. Got dark real quick.
The music's in the actual background.
Did you film when the guy got his head? Or was that when you were
When we drove by?
Yeah.
I actually had just turned off the camera and turned it down. I know, I was so pissed off. And then I like brought up the camera, tried to get it going real quick.
But you just have the front of the bus kind of in the background, right?
Yeah, well, I haven't even seen that tape yet.
It's okay, dude. I'm sure
we'll
there'll be
find
plenty
more
next
dead
time.
people.
Yeah. Oh, we're bad people.
We're not bad people. We're natural people.
I fear that one day you might actually stab me or some shit.
I just try not to play with my knives when I'm too drunk.
Yeah.
I get high and just want to dance with them.
When you watch the movie, hey, what's up?
Dude, I had my knife.
Oh, I happened to
had
nick
my-
your ventricle artery, your carotid artery. Oh,
Nick, stop bleeding.
somebody get some tissue.
No, I was at work the other day and I was playing with my knife and my buddy sat down into it like he didn't notice, sliced through his fucking pants into his knee, his shit was bleeding all over the place. He's like, oh, it's not a problem, not a problem. I'm like, dude, look the fuck out when I'm playing with my knife. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
He's like, me look out.
It's like, I
Did
feel
you fucking
bad,
look
but
out?
come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. I probably felt worse about it than he did. I mean, I'm like, damn it, I cut you and I didn't mean to kill you, you know?
I love how there's like 12 lanes and then like 3 carpool
Whoa,
lanes.
and there's just some guy riding his bike down the wrong way.
You remember
and
the
there's a
guy
bus
was
coming right at
driving
him.
the opposite direction on the highway?
But did you see that? The guy's in our lane coming towards us. He sees a giant fucking bus and he like hesitantly gets off of the street.
Oh, dude.
He's like, damn it, fuck that asshole.
I know, dude. It's just ridiculous.
Dude, it wasn't just one car, it was like 20 cars.
It's a highway, dude. I think I was driving opposite
They're
on
going
the
down
highway
the wrong way, yeah.
for like ever though.
Yeah.
Like you saw him like way off in the distance, like there's like 3 exits and he just doesn't pass yet. He's just driving.
Keep going.
That was ridiculous. It's one of my worst, like not worst fears. That's like one of a fear I have when somebody's driving drunk. Is that they'll go the wrong way onto a highway, and like once you go the wrong way onto a highway, there's like unless you're really quick about it and shit just works out, there's no way you're not gonna get pulled over by the cops and arrested. You know what I mean? You're getting up there and you gotta go. You know, it's just.
Dude, you saw over there the cops are driving the wrong way on the highway. Remember?
Yeah,
There's
I
like
know.
2 other cops, and they weren't pulling over the other people.
They're just
They're just driving. They're just like,
because there's like 13 lanes.
Like, that makes
Like,
sense.
10. Well, no, it was like.
Well, remember we had the giant
It was
ass bus?
10 lanes on either side. Was it 8 or 10 lanes?
Remember
on
we
either
had
side?
I don't know, dude. There's too many lanes. Remember we had the giant ass bus, and he's driving it down the fucking side of the road, like not even on the street. Remember we had the huge traffic jam, and he's driving
Right.
the fucking huge bus
On the
huge
fucking
traffic jam.
emergency lane.
Yeah,
dude.
it's like,
Yes.
It's like not even a lane. It's just the side of the fucking road. And there's a huge fucking tractor trailers, all kinds of crazy shit. He's just driving right by them with his fucking 20-foot bus.
You remember that freaking, oh god, dude. So many
That
things.
shit was triple holic.
So many things I've seen on the side of this freaking bus, dude. Another place where their claim to fame was Jackie Chan once ate at the restaurant.
Yeah. And the shit
out
was,
of the entire town.
all the shit in the tanks was dead.
And it was
The
just
food
it was
they
the
fed us
worst
and-
food we ever
yeah,
had.
The
Yeah,
food they
out
fed
there.
us had been like dead probably for 2 weeks.
And it was just wrong, and everybody was just like, no.
And all they had was rice, fish, some like fried food or something. That's
And then,
that's
like,
the
hella
place.
doughy bread and
Dude, that's the
stuff.
place I almost killed Moish. Like, remember, he was fucking. I don't even know what he was talking about. He was just like all day. He hadn't stopped fucking hassling me. And I picked up my plate and like.
About what?
I don't even remember. That's what I'm saying.
Was it
was
about
so inconsequential.
like filming or?
It was about some shit. I don't know, man. But I picked up my plate, and in my mind, I was just beating him over the face with it, like, repeatedly. And I was about that close, dude. Like, I was just about to go off and snap on him.
That would have created a whole new dynamic for the trip.
Dude, I know. But that's why I didn't fucking kill him right
Yeah.
there. And he's sitting right next to me, and my plate came off the table, like, about 2 or 3 inches.
Right.
And I'm like, oh. And then the whole rest of the time, I fucking took so much shit from him right there. And he saw me snap too. Like he saw a look in my eyes, and he kind of went like this. And I'm like,
I don't know. I mean,
fucking
tensions
snapped on, dude.
can get up in.
I was
in
so
a
thirsty.
trip
We
and
were
stuff,
thirsty,
and
cold, tired.
I don't
The
know.
food sucked, and I was just like, we'd been up probably for like 20 hours or something.
I mean,
about
like
to
I don't
kill
know.
him.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know if I would have killed him.
I was about to fucking snap on his ass.
Yeah.
dude.
I'm happy you did though. That would have sucked for the trip.
Well, I'm happy I didn't too, but then I fucking was pissed that I didn't. You know?
Yeah.
But it was the
better to keep
it was
it
the
up
better
here.
decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was dragging it out of me, man. You know,
Yeah.
he's dragging out the beast. You know, you want to fucking drag out the beast on Rock Prophet.
Yeah.
Rock Prophet gets brutal as fuck, man.
It does.
Yes, it does.
So where are we now?
I don't know. We just finished the Yellow River, so we're
Head
headed
back to
someplace
the
on the highway.
hotel, probably?
Yeah. Dude, I love driving by these giant billboards, still all kinds of communist propaganda every place.
Yeah. I lost my freaking Mao Zedong golden little imprinted like card.
Did you? I still have this quote book that I got.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I got my brother one of those plaques, like those ceramic plaques with Mao
Where he's looking
Zedong.
off into
Yeah,
the distance.
exactly.
Yeah.
Mao Zedong and another one of the soldiers, like they're just like dun dun dun.
So
Bro
great.
loves that shit. Look at that, another fucking crazy person walking down the middle of the
The
street.
middle of the street.
Like there's no intersection, or there's no fucking
Meridian.
median. Yeah, meridian. It's just walking down the middle of the fucking street.
Yeah.
Damn.
But
Look at this dude, fucking crossing in the middle of the street on a little bicycle, going the wrong way. That's like semi trucks driving by. One of these fools get killed, man.
I know.
Oh, we saw like 5 or 6 dead bodies. It's like,
Yeah,
ah.
dude.
They're like, yeah, it's okay. There's fucking 30 billion people.
God, man, I don't know, like, how many people are there gonna be, dude? I mean, like, there's got to be some point, right?
What?
I mean, what do you think the peak of people, like, I mean, I mean, humanity's not gonna last forever. You know what I mean? That's a given.
I don't think that it should not last forever.
No, I'm just saying that, like, all right,
I mean,
humanity, like, I'm talking about.
Our planet, maybe.
I'm
won't
talking
last forever.
basically the sun's gonna end in so many billion years, and like even if it lasts long or it doesn't or whatever. I'm talking about humanity
Dude.
in terms of what it is right now.
If we survive the next 1,000 years, then we're gonna evolve and progress to the point where we can leave the planet and go to another planet. We just gotta be gypsies, man. You know, we just
Yeah,
gotta be gypsies.
well, I'm talking about. All right, before interstellar travel,
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about before that.
Right.
Like basically up until a point where there's like colonies on every single planet, and then whatever.
Well,
I'm talking about within this
habitable planet.
within this solar system. If it lasts that long, what do you think the peak humanity is going to be? The peak
What's
of
the peak of
the,
humanity?
the peak population
You mean is on our planet?
on our planet.
On this planet? We're increasing exponentially, man.
I know, but what do you think?
No, I mean, how many people we have now? 6 billion.
We have like about 6.5 right now.
Okay, I think we can fit 20 billion people on the planet.
Yeah.
We got tons of desert that can be. We have the technology to totally rebuild. you know, and to make into oases. If we do things like stop having fucking dentists and instead have toothpaste that maintains your teeth, and get those people along, get those people instead doing research and development on these different things.
There's a lot of stuff. Well, it's just like hippies and so like back in the day were like, oh, solar and stuff like that. Yeah, but it was kind of a pipe dream. Now, green technology is actually more efficient and more cost effective than anything else.
The regular technology.
Now it's actually reasonable. You know
exactly.
what I mean?
So there's no reason that we should be polluting. But then you go to China, look at all these fucking.
I mean, we're still polluting. Well, they want their 200 years of
nonstop.
coal and industrial revolution and whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
they've already had their industrial revolution.
See,
they want their 200 years of
that's
really
where
cheap
capitalism
energy.
fails us, bro. That's where capitalism fails us because it's all about what can I get from you by giving to you.
And
in a short term,
and our Earth as we know it pays the price. Like the whole thing is like destroying the Earth.
But
I don't believe in destroying the Earth. Man. I think about in destroying an environment that we are comfortable in. I agree with that, but like as long as there's life on the Earth, growing and living at whatever thing, you're not destroying the Earth. Destroying the Earth is like freaking, you know, like putting a freaking trillion kiloton nuclear bomb in the middle of the Earth and blowing it to pieces or something like that.
But if we destroy
if there's a bunch of nuclear waste and all that stuff,
if we destroy the atmosphere, then we're gonna fucking kill the life.
Yeah, in a certain sense.
And people don't understand. They say that the global warming is bullshit. Okay, if you smoke cigarettes, do you cough? Does your lungs get hurt? It's the same thing. Our atmosphere, our trees, all these fucking bacteria in our water, that's our lungs for the planet. If we continually, are smoking
in terms of our perception, but like,
we kill that.
For however many.
We can only look at something. We can only look at something based on what we are.
I know it's like destroying our planet, but like for every species we've killed, I'm sure. Not necessarily as big, but I'm sure there's plenty of bacteria and other stuff that have evolved because of that.
Because we killed those species?
Yeah, to fill the void.
But to fill the void, those things are going to eat.
You know what? I miss the huge,
those things will eat us.
I miss the huge, stupid mammals that used to be around.
Huge, stupid mammals?
The killable mammals that used to be around. I miss that, dude.
You miss killing the mammals?
No. Just like the big ass freaking
like the saber-tooth tigers.
Not even saber-tooth, but like the huge sloths, like the 10-foot tall sloths. Yeah. I miss that, dude. There's only a few like reputable.
Well, man, that's why we need to get those dentists doing genetic research and genetic cloning. Bring that shit back.
Where the fuck's my Jurassic Park Rock?
You got to get those people off that dentistry school and into genetics school, man. They should be opening up schools just for geneticists. Instead, they got entire schools for dentists, doctors. Okay, how about the future, man? The future is in genetics, nanotechnology, archaeology of the mind.
The future and probably the downfall of freaking humanity is some crazy person who got freaking beat up too much in high school. Goes on, creates a nanotechnology, who's already kind of crazy, and just creates a self-replicating bug that is airborne and just fucking kills
like a computer
everything.
virus.
Yeah. Just kills everything. Yeah.
It's possible, man. They're already implanting nanotechnology into U.S. soldiers.
Well, I'm micro.
Nanotechnology. Cell supplemental technology. Makes you heal faster.
I bet.
Run faster.
The thing is that I'm sure there's some nanotechnology. I mean, we don't like. That's why I think every news publication has been suppressed for like I don't know what I'm sure there's some shit that's been suppressed. Like they release it to us in things. So basically they.
Yeah, they fucking tell you about it 10 years later.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of the reasons why the whole freaking you remember. Die Hard 4, where it's the whole red sail or whatever thing. Where they just
fire sale.
Fire sale. The reason that hasn't happened yet is because they're suppressing the technology and making sure they're that much farther ahead.
Dude, if we had all the technology.
But supposedly they're not that far ahead.
If we had all the technology that they have in Korea and Japan, the fucking hackers up in here would be fucking shit up, because we are the most anarchist nation on the planet, besides Greece, man.
Well, I mean, I know that some like the Russian mob is starting to make
the unloved
Apple,
and hated.
The Russian mob is starting to make Apple Trojan horses and shit. Apple's gotten popular enough that it starts needing freaking virus protection and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Dude. My dad just bought some a second ago.
My shit's been running slower too.
Did you actually go to Macworld?
No. They got a bunch of free shit in there. Or what?
Well, it's over now. It's been over since the 8th.
I don't know. I told you I didn't get a chance to go.
Oh.
I ended up having to work, so I had to do a bunch of other shit. I totally wanted to go. It's just
No, that's cool, dude.
time schedule. Let me know the next time you're going and you're going out of town.
Yeah.
I'll totally go. No, how do I get that the Mac virus technology?
I forget what the site's called. I'll tell you. I'll ask my dad to
Download?
tell you.
Free
No,
downloads?
well, you can download it off the internet, and it's like $22 or something like that. 20.
Is it actually
27 bucks.
necessary at this point?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
My shit's been running slower lately. Gotta get some of that nanotechnology, motherfucker.
Singularity and whatnot. Does it run through its total? Has it run through its total time?
No, there's 1 minute left.
So I'll never let you near my grandkids, Rock.
What are you talking about, dude? That would be the best thing for your grandkids.
He says with 2 knives in his hand.
By that time, I'll be able to come this close to somebody without cutting them.
Yeah.
I'll walk into my roommate's room and he'll be laying back like stone playing video games. And I'll just walk right up to him like, how you doing, bro? Have this shit like right there. I'm like, you better be on point, motherfucker. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I just think if we're gonna continue hanging out, you gotta stop doing that, dude. All right.
It's all good, homie. Don't worry.
All right, cool.
I got your best interest in mind, you know?
Not 5 seconds after I ask you to stop, dude.